Hello friends, now we are going to study about the biobattery. Now from this course we will learn about the biobattery. It provides specific details about biobattery and we get to know the knowledge of types of energy and how to produce energy and make a comparison with other types of energy we learned. Now the history. First of all, in 1912 the first microbial biofuel cell is established, and then in 1964 the first enzyme based biofuel cell is established. Then in 2003 as well as in 2005 they were established, and in 2007 biobattery using carbohydrates which was established by Sony corporations, and then it is continued. Now introduction. First of all, the definition of biobattery is: a biobattery is an energy storing device that is powered by organic compounds. Biobattery generates electricity from renewable fuels, glucose, sucrose, fructose, and etc., providing a sustained on-demand portable power source. On August 23, 2007, Sony announced the development of biobattery that generates electrical energy from carbohydrates. Now, types of biobattery. Biobatteries are classified into several types like enzymatic biobattery, microbial biobattery, body fluid based on biobatteries, cellulose based biobatteries, etc. But enzymatic biobattery, microbial biobattery are commonly used batteries. First, enzymatic biobattery. In this type of battery, biochemical agents, enzymes, are utilized for a breakdown of a substrate. Second, microbial biobattery. In this type of battery, microorganisms such as Escherichia coli, electric bacteria are utilized for a breakdown of substrate. Now, this is the diagram of biobattery. Now, we will see the construction of biobattery. The biobattery construction can be done by using four components such as anode, cathode, electrolyte and separator. All these four components are coated on each other so they stack up jointly. Similar to other batteries, in these batteries the anode is negatively charged and as well as cathode is charged positively. The main difference between the anode and cathode permits the flow of electrons inside and away from them. In biobattery construction, the anode terminal is placed at the top of battery, whereas the cathode terminal is placed at the bottom of battery, as we can see in the diagram. Now, in between these two terminals, electrolyte is placed which includes a separator. Here separator plays a key role by separating the anode and cathode terminals. We can see here in the diagram. Now, we will see the working. The working of a biobattery is we have seen in the above slide. Now, this system uses the flow of electron as well as protons for generating electricity. The proton movement can be occurred due to the moving force which is known as current. The electrons flow can be from anode to cathode, whereas current flow can be from cathode to anode. We can see from the diagram. In the above figure, glucose is used as the anode side, whereas enzyme is used as the cathode side. Glucose gets broken down into electrons and protons. The flow of protons can be traveled to cathode side, while a separator and the flow electrons can be traveled to cathode side through the mediator. Enzymes are utilized at cathode side, which generates water by both protons as well as electrons traveled from the anode side. Here, the reaction of oxygen reduction is being used here. Above reaction will generate electrons as well as protons in the system. Finally, electric energy will be generated. This is the working of biobattery. Now we will see the advantages of biobattery. Biobatteries are much faster in charging the devices because of quick action of enzymes when we compare to other batteries. Now second, it is eco-friendly. Third, raw materials available easy and plenty. As we know, this is eco-friendly, so it is available in abundant and in plenty. Biobatteries don't require external power supply due to the constant supply of glucose or sugar. Biobatteries available by a high energy density and it can be used easily at room temperature. Biobatteries are totally non-polluting, renewable and also environmental friendly. Biobatteries are very secure to use due to no leakage and explosions like chemical batteries. These are the advantages of biobattery. Now we will see the disadvantages of biobattery. Compared to conventional batteries such as lithium batteries, biobatteries are less likely to retain their most of energy. These batteries cannot be used for long term as well as storage. These are the disadvantages of the biobattery. Now we will see the applications. First application, electronic devices. And second, medicine. Biobatteries are used in medical implants like pacemakers, insulin pumps, etc. In electronic devices, we can use it as charger for electronic devices like cell phones, tabs, power banks, etc. Biobatteries can be used for toys as well as on greeting cards. Biobatteries are used in the defense field in the remote sensing devices, spying devices as well as surveillance. And it is also used as a fuel synthesis. Now we will see the future scope of biobattery. Biobatteries have a very bright future ahead of them as test production and research have been increasing over recent years. They serve as a new form of energy that is providing to be environment friendly as well as successful in producing and reserving energy. Several research teams and engineers are working on the further advanced development of these batteries. So we will hope that the biobatteries will bring more advantage in the future. These are the references of biobattery which I have taken from the Google. Thank you.